Well, good morning, church family, and happy Wednesday. Pastor Chris here with you for our midweek devotional. It's an honor to be with you today, wherever you find yourself. I find myself in particular in the Wesley Christian Academy down here underneath the Wesley Center. This is one of my favorite spots on campus. Now, right above my head, and I don't think you can see it, it says prayer. And behind me, there are different prayers that our students and our teachers and our faculty here at Wesley Christian have written in order to lift up praises and prayer requests. And it got me thinking. I love this spot. I love to come down here and to read these and be able to pray with our students and pray with our teachers. And it brings great joy to me to be able to be a part of the story that's taking place in the school and in the lives of these families. So church family, let me start our morning off today by asking you a question. What brings you joy? What brings you great joy? What helps your spirit to well up with an overwhelming sense of joy? I think for many of us, when we understand that if our life is rooted in Christ, and our hope is built on the firm foundation that is Jesus Christ, we will then find, see, and experience an overflow of joy, even in the midst of the good days and the bad days. And this reminds me of what the Apostle Paul says to us in the book of Philippians. Here in Philippians chapter 4, Paul writes to the church these words: "Rejoice in the Lord always. Whether you're having a good day, rejoice in the Lord. Whether you're having a bad day, rejoice in the Lord. Whether it's a Monday or a Tuesday or a Saturday or a Sunday, rejoice in the Lord." And he goes on to say, I will say it again, rejoice. We too often find ourselves excusing away the joy or struggling to find the joy. But Paul here reminds us that if we are in Christ, an aspect of our life should be that we are rejoicing. Again, he says rejoicing in the Lord. He goes on to say, "Let your graciousness be known to everyone, for the Lord is near. Don't worry about anything, but in everything, through prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." So in all situations, with a gracious heart, understanding that the Lord is near, we are to not worry about anything. Now, I don't necessarily think he means to walk through life completely blind to what is going on in the world around us. But what I think Paul is trying to get at, and the hope that I have for us this morning, is that if our joy is found in Christ, if our hope is found in Christ, if our life is built in Christ, then no matter what the world could throw our way, we have a greater definition to who we are as individuals. We are marked by Christ. We are marked in Christ, and our joy comes from the Lord. And if our joy comes from the Lord, then no matter the circumstances or the situations, we need not worry about them to the extent of trying to control everything, but need to understand that God is ultimately in control, that God is compassionate and kind towards us, and that God is working all things out for the good of those who love Him. So Paul goes on and he says, if we live in this type of way, where we are not worrying about the things we cannot control, but in every situation, through prayer and petition, we are giving thanks to God and presenting our requests to Him, Paul says, then the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. That if our life is built on Christ and our hope is found in Jesus, then no matter what comes our way, there will be a peace that surpasses all of it, which will be found in the hope and the foundation of Jesus Christ. So church family, may we present our prayer requests and our petitions to God, and may we find great joy knowing that God is more than able to meet our requests, to meet our needs, and that He is ever present in every circumstance and situation. So I hope these words bring hope to you today. And it is my prayer that through all of your day, all of your week, all of your life, as you trust in Christ, you will become more and more filled with joy, understanding that God's peace goes with you everywhere. Well, church family, we love you guys. We are praying for you, and we miss you terribly. We hope and pray you have a phenomenal day today. Take care, and God bless.